Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a really interesting new work, or for me a new work, and probably for most of you too. It's Reynaldo Hahn's ballet, Dieu Bleu, the Blue God, which was first created on May 13th, 1912. Now, that was a fateful year. It was the same year as the premiere of Daphnis and Chloe, and at the same time Stravinsky was doing his thing with Petrushka and the Firebird and the Rite of Spring, and they were all coming up. Diaghilev's Ballet Russe, which is who this was written for, was the artistic happening in the world of dance and really music as well. Really just an extraordinary time. And this particular ballet turned out to be a colossal flop. Some say because the orchestra and the conducting weren't very good and the choreography wasn't that interesting. It did better at its premiere in London a few months later, but it vanished into utter obscurity until now. And this is a fine performance featuring the Orchestre Les Frivolités Parisiennes under Dylan Corlay. And the label is, it's so hard to figure out what these things are. Sometimes they try and hide themselves. It looks like LB. Is that a label? I mean, try and find it. It's this Rorschach test thing is the label there. B Records, is that all it's called? Wait a minute. Let's see what it says. Yes, B Records. Okay, you're going to call yourself something, you might as well call yourself B. I know it would be so hard to make it easy for people to figure out what the hell is going on. Okay, never mind that. I'm just being curmudgeonly. So, is it an undiscovered masterpiece or is it not? Well, if your definition of masterpiece is like Daphnis and Chloe, then no, it isn't. It is a much more traditional French ballet work in one act. I would argue it's not even as interesting as something like Lalo's Namuna. That doesn't mean it isn't worth listening to. I mean, it's well worth listening to. It's fun and it's colorful and it's colorful. Well, that's another issue we'll talk about in a minute. But it's fun and it's balletic and it has some good tunes in it. Hahn's orchestration is not very characterful. It's a little bit on the monochrome side, I have to say. It's not really his forte. None of his orchestral works is really his forte. That wasn't his thing. It's not terrible, but it sounds like sort of 19th century French ballet music, which is not terrible. I mean, a lot of that's wonderful. The piece is about, I don't know, 45, 50 minutes long, somewhere in there. And the story is, it's one of those, they're bayadères, water carriers to the temple. And there's one of them who's supposed to, I don't know whether she's going to get, I could have a plot here. You know what? Let me give you the plot. Let's do it. We might as well do it up. Not that the plots of these things. Oh, I forgot. Wait a minute. In addition to not knowing what label it's on, this is the booklet. It's this thing here where you have to find your language in this thing. I mean, you do get the Blue God. I mean, it's rather confusing. EN, English. There's an interview in English. Okay, there's an interview about the thing, which is very well played, by the way. I mean, it's a lovely production. Let's see. I mean, they talk about the ballet's incredible modernity. I didn't hear that so much. But wait a minute. Let's see if they say something. Okay. So it has to do with the fact, maybe the synopsis isn't here. I mean, it's just an interview. Of course, the problem is now that I have this thing out, I have to figure out how to reassemble it. It doesn't go that way. It doesn't bend that way. It doesn't go this way either. So that I can stuff it back in its container. So let's just talk about the music. It's an exotic plot with a high priestess and someone who's supposed to get sacrificed and doesn't get sacrificed, and the zealous pagan something or others get annoyed, and so they try to kill everybody, but it doesn't work, and the blue god intervenes, and there's some sort of transfigured kind of ending, and that's the story. And okay, I'm getting it. Almost. You know what? It really doesn't make a difference. As long as it sort of folds up this way, I can just stuff it in here, and we'll be just as far ahead. So anyway, yeah, the story isn't going to win any awards. You can look it up on, like, Wikipedia or something like that. And no, I don't like that. But it's really nice music. Nice, not vastly interesting music. And I feel bad about it because it is a good performance. It really is. And you can tell that the performers were really behind the whole thing, trying to put it over as well as they possibly, this damn thing, as well as they possibly can. And they do a good job. It's very well recorded. It's a live recording with an audience, which is very quiet. And I enjoyed hearing it, and you may well too. If you like this period, if you like Diaghilev and the Ballet Russe and that whole thing, which is just such a fabulous period for music, you probably will want to hear this. Assuming you can, yeah. It's definitely worth listening to, but it's not great music. What can I tell you? For all the boosterism and, support you want to give unusual works, this is okay. It's and I like Reynaldo Hahn very much too. This is one of his earlier efforts, 1912. Give it a listen. See what you think. I wish I could be more enthusiastic. I probably could be if I could have stuffed this thing back in its slot more easily. Well, so keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.